Hi, my name is Teri Lee from Sweet Pea Papers and the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. This is video 4 in my Christmas in July 2022 project series. Now, this series is a collaboration with Lisa Fisher of Lisa's Paper Lace and Bling Facebook group, and her Etsy is Paper Lace and Bling, and the links to hers will be below. And the links to everyone else that's participating in the collaboration will be below as well. So be sure to visit their sites and subscribe to their channels too. Okay, if you're participating in the collaboration, make sure you use the hashtag Christmas in July 2022 project in your video description and in your video title. Okay, so far we have our 2 signatures. And we've got some ephemera that we made, and I finished off 2 more when we got done. We had this one, which is a hidden paper clip, and we had this one, which has a window in it on one side, and just a part that's going to be a pocket on the other side. Okay. And then I missed making a card. Yeah. Sorry about that. I thought I had it done. There I go thinking again. I folded it crooked. Anyway, I made another one, but this one is going to go over the top of a page and be glued down. Oh, I know why. Because this has a side card. I did put the card in here. I need to put a tab on it is all. Okay, so there's a card in here. This is a little pocket right here. Come on. It's a little pocket right there. I almost got stuck in the glue. And then this will be glued over the top. And on this side is a pocket. And I told you I would fit in that little squirrel. So he goes in that pocket there. Then I made one last envelope, and this one is going to be paper clipped on, and so it's just going to be like a floating envelope. And I got the really cute squirrel on here again, and I have a button, and then you open it up and there's a card inside. There's a card inside the other envelope as well. Can't take it out because of the paper clip. And then and there's a little cluster, and then on this side is just snowflakes, and I'm gonna decorate that with something, and I'm not sure what yet, so that's why it's still blank. So I still need to go through and do a couple things with these, but for the most part they're completed. Okay, so let's set our signatures to the side. And today we're going to do the booklet. We're going to make 2 CD covers, which one I'll make off camera, one we'll make on camera. And then we're going to make 2 flip outs, and one I'll do on camera and one I'll do off camera. Okay, so our booklet, and everything has been inked that can be inked ahead of time. So our booklet is the 7.5 inch pages that are available with the kit, and you just print them out double-sided. And this is going to be the cover, and then on the inside of the cover we have a writing page, and another writing page, I promise you. Okay, and a couple more, and then that's going to go somewhere else. And then we have the back cover, which is here. And it's upside down. Or is the whole thing upside down? No, it's upside down. There's writing here. So let's turn it over. Okay. Right. Okay. So now with these, all we're going to do is fold them in half. I don't know if I can get a hold of them again. My hands are so cold you wouldn't believe. So we're going to fold this in half. Then we're going to take this one and fold it in half. Do I have two papers there? No, I only have one. Yeah, I thought it was only... Oh, that's why I thought it was 4. Okay, and we're going to fold that in half. And then we're going to fold this one in half. And then we're going to double check again that we have them right side up. Okay. So this is going to go like this, actually. Oh, it's not going to be a back cover. It's going to be inside. So let's fold it this way as well. Okay, now we're going to sew this little journal. So we need to make 3 holes. I'm going to make them from the outside, and I'm not going to measure. This I got from Lisa, and she has them in her shop at Paper Lace and Bling on Etsy. And whenever you buy one of these from her, she sends it with a cork, which I thought was pretty cool. I'm not sure if she has them in her shop or not anymore. I guess I shouldn't say that without asking her, because it's been a while since I got this. So I'm going to go about in the center. I'm going to poke a hole and make it a decent sized hole. Then I'm going to go over here. I almost should have used my pokey tool because it's bigger. I can push them through and make them bigger. And then about 1 inch down over here. Go through here. The farther you push them in, the bigger it makes the hole. That should be fine. This one still looks a little small, just for me. It's just difficult for me to sew, so I like to make sure that I can get everything to work. Well, they look straight on the outside, but now they look crooked on the inside. They're in a straight line. Oh, it's not me. It's not me. This is at an angle. How helpful. Now we're going to start from the inside. We're going to get a needle, and I'm using embroidery floss. You can use bookmaker's thread. You can use regular thread. You can use all kinds of different things to sew with. I use this because it's bigger. Let's see if I pull the right end. It should come out without making a knot. But I did not pull the right end. This is the right end. Okay, we want to go 1, 2. Let's start that again. 1, 2, and then I like to go another half and a half. Get that other end out of there. Right, now we're going to set this to the side. We're going to get our thread, Excuse me for sticking that in my mouth and getting it wet. Put it through our needle. Give ourselves a little bit of slack. We're going to go out through the center. They've moved already. Oh, for goodness sake, there we go. Out through the center. And up and in through the top. Yeah, see, I could have probably just poked the holes with my needles. Then we want to go back out through the center without splitting this thread. You want to go next to it. Oops. You want to go out, hold your tail. Make sure everything's tight. Then you want to come back in. Oh, I was looking at the blue dot. And then you're going to come back over here. And you're going to tie it off. Which I almost don't have enough. Yeah, I don't think I can do it with the needle. I hardly ever do this anymore. With just something small. I usually give it a whirl. There we go. Okay. So that's our little notebook. All sewn with the same color thread that we're going to sew the book with. All right, now we're going to put this in a pocket, and we're going to put it in the cover of our book, in the front cover. Okay. Thank goodness it's going to be in a pocket, huh? This paper's pretty determined to pop open. Okay, so we'll put this in our basket of things that are done. Now, we're going to make our 2 CD covers. Now, these, let me put this away. I want to get my bookbinding stuff mixed in with the CD making stuff. Okay, so we're also going to put this in the cover. I just haven't decided whether I'm just going to fold it in half or if I'm going to fold it in thirds. But I have inked it already, and I'm probably going to stencil or do something in the center. So I'll put that in the basket. And I'll move this out of the way. Now, for this, we're going to need our big shot, which in the last video I called a crocodile. Yeah, they're 2 different things completely. And we're going to need paper to cover the CDs with, and we're going to need paper for the inside card. I don't know what I was trying to say. So that's what this is. And these are going to be the fronts and the backs of the CDs. Now, or the CD covers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the cover of one with this, the cover of one with this, and then the backs are going to be this. All right. So let's make the cover, which is the part with the hole in it. Now we want to measure this because these are a funny size. I feel like I have 2 pieces of paper. Because I do. So it looks like I was going to do a front and a back and a front and a back with 2 different reds and 2 different blues. So that's all right. Oh, excuse me. Forgot to turn my medicine alarm off. All right. So let's measure this for the front. The back is a little bit different because of the flap. And I think my camera had got bumped in the last video because I think it was too close. I think I was working off camera quite a bit, so I apologize for that. I think I bumped it with my fat head. They used to be 5 by 5, but now they're just a little bit different. So all we're going to do is measure it for the size, and then we'll determine the center. I didn't ink it. Did I ink the other one? I thought maybe I had inked one and not the other. You want to be generous. This is white, so if we can hide the fact that it's white, let's. Sorry about that. I inked all kinds of stuff off camera. I thought I had gotten everything. You won't need this flap, but you will need this area here. Now that I think about it, probably should just do that. Just in case a little bit of it shows. Just in case I got ink on there. Okay. Now you would think this would be square. Okay. So now we're going to take a ruler. We're going to draw diagonal lines. Now the die I have, the biggest one is, oh for goodness sake, is a smidge smaller than the window, which is great. That's going to be your center right there of that square, or almost square. So that gives us a little bit of wiggle room, okay, for when we cut the hole. And I use old CD covers. As you can see, this one's written around all over it. It's from my old computer. I had the backup discount. I hope I eyeballed that correctly. I did not measure where the center was when I put the die on there. Now you want to keep this because we're going to use it when we make our card. Yep, that should be fine. Okay. 3. I have to say 3 because I used to teach him 1, 2, 3 timeout. Now I just go straight to 3. I don't know why I used to give him those other 2 chances. I don't know why I just didn't say no. Guess I decided to give him a break when he was little and he was just learning. So I'm inking inside the circle. Making it a little grungy like we've been doing the whole book. I think the blue pages are the ones you notice it on the most. Okay, we're going to glue it on. Even if Lisa doesn't have the pokey tool, she has tons and tons, and I mean tons of lace. She has bling too. Hence, paper lace and bling. I didn't realize what I was saying. I never know what I'm saying. Let me rephrase that. I'm just going to get this lined up on here. Make sure everything is straight. And now you see why we did the edges. Of course, we're going to cut off an edge, but still, brown ink all over me. Okay, now the back side. Now remember, this is going to open from the side. So we're going to want the pattern to go this way. My shirt is banging into it. Now this is pretty much a square, so it's not going to make any difference whether we do the up and down or the left and right first to give us our best scrap, you know, offcut size. For a minute there I thought we hadn't inked it. Wait a minute, we want it to go this way. What did I do? I am not seeing straight this morning. Because it's Sunday. That looks crooked. Doesn't matter. It looks short. Let's do it this way. Well, let's trim this first. Somehow that was a little over on that one side a little bit. All right, we'll come back in just a second. Okay, that was our 30-minute timer because, well, you guys know by now. All right. Let's get this measured and done. Oh, look at that. I had that nowhere near close. What was I thinking? Just what was I thinking? Unbelievable. That was just so far off. Okay. And we'll glue it down and we'll trim it a little bit. It still looks a little crooked somehow with two straight edges. Now normally, you guys know, I would do this as we went along in the book. But I'm doing it this way because a couple of people that I watch do all this ephemera ahead of time, and then they put it in their book. And I thought, okay, hey, I can try that. One is Tanya from Teddy Treasures, and the other is Mandy from Sunflower Indoors, DORS. So I like to watch them. They make really neat ephemera, which I'm not quite as good at. Well, we're going to cut it on this side anyway to make our pocket. My neighbor's motorcycle. You know, these are just CDs from Amazon in a box, CD covers, so that does not mean that they're in any way, shape, or form going to be straight like they're supposed to. Now we need to cover the inside before we seal this end. That way we can just slide it in there. And I totally forgot about that. Well, wonder if any of the scraps are just big enough. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure we're going to get to the envelopes. I wasn't sure anyway when I wrote out what we were going to do. It's like magic. Now this one must be a little crooked, or it would fit right in. This end is crooked. Fortunately, it only has to cover the hole. It doesn't have to cover the whole inside. The whole inside, get it? It's just covering the whole inside. Sorry. Sorry, bad joke. Okay. And put the line there, and we're going to cut inside of it. You can just leave it white, except the ones from Amazon have this little have this little semicircle, like thumb grabby thing cut out. So you do see that in these, so you pretty much have to cover the insides. The static electricity starting to build up on there. We're going to put the glue on. Then we still need to make a card. Which, if we were smart, going to start out bigger and then cut it down. That'll give me a general idea. You want to make sure you have enough glue, not that it's going to get a lot of wear and tear, but that we're sliding it in here. Now this is not directional, except, oh, there's holly going in both directions. I was going to say the holly, to me, seems like it should go in a certain direction. Now, this end is going to need to be glued shut. Then when we put it on the page, either this way, page facing this way or facing this way, then we will have this sealed shut, and then our pocket will be on this side, which I now need to re-ink, it looks like. Okay, so that's how you do one of those. Let's take a look at making the card real quick. Wow. That was way closer than I thought. I should have cut the other direction first, just so you know. Then I would have had this whole half of a regular piece of paper. See, there's our bird. And we can use this to make a card for the other one. Okay. I know it's going to be big, I just want to see. Trying to put it in from the wrong end. Because that's the normal end that you put a CD in it. See, that'll be just perfect because then we'll have a way to pull it out. if we want to make it a little bit shorter and put a tab on it, we want to cut the length off here. That will bring our bird in a little bit better too. So, you know, I'll probably, when I get some more cut, I'm going to have to spend some time just cutting tabs. I've only got one die, so I can only cut them one at a time. So, I have to buy like 3 more sets. So anyway, so now you can see that the bird shows in the window, and so does the crazy Christmas butterfly, which of course butterflies are around all the time, aren't they? Alright, so that's one, and then I'll do the other one. And now we're going to do paper clip all this together for when I do it right after this video. We're going to do one envelope. We're going to get as much of it done as we can when the 30-minute timer goes off. That means we're at an hour. So, yeah, these are the cards. This is the other envelope. Okay. Keep everything together. We've got so much stuff. That's where that paper clip came from. Okay, so all we're going to do is cover this. I thought I had, yes I do. I was going to use this, but I haven't really used it throughout. We might be able to in the book when we make pockets. This one's the same front and back, which is okay with me. And then we'll make 2 of these, one for each signature. Here I go measuring again, right? I don't know what is up with me today. See, that's the way we should have done the other one. And then these are a little bit different. So, I wanted to show you the other envelope. That's these are invitation envelopes that have a square opening. So they're a little bit different than the other envelopes that we do normally, the check envelopes. Okay. looks good, and I'll just trim it a little bit when I get it on there. These kind of look like crowns to me. If you get this paper kit, you'll see what I mean. The pattern, to me, looks like little faces. Like little faces. And then a crown. So that seems right side up to me. I think I was talking too long. The glue got too dry to move everything around. It's kind of slide it into place. So it was off just a little bit. But I couldn't move it. Let's see. Oh no. That's what's different about these, is we're going to make the insides into pockets. So I swear this envelope is crooked. So in order to do that and not make our lives miserable, we need to cut these little flaps off. Okay? So all you're going to do is cut this in line with that. You can ink the front before you do this, but you should wait and ink the back, because otherwise you'll have the mark from the flap on there. I think my eyes are crossed or something. Yeah, we're going to have to finish this in the next video. But once you cut this off, if your brain is functioning properly, then all you have to do is ink everything, the pocket. It doesn't matter whether that gets ink on it or not. So you want to ink the pocket, ink everything. You don't have to ink around here because that's going to be glued to the back of a paper. And then you want to ink everything on this side as well. And then when we come back, we'll do the rest. Okay, so that's your homework assignment, is to cut the tabs off of 2 envelopes and get them all inked up and ready to go. Okay, so that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next video. That will be just a second for you and a day for me. Bye-bye.